You ever lie down in bed and think, just one more scroll? And then suddenly, 40 minutes are gone. Every extra hour on a screen before bed raises your risk of insomnia by almost 60%. That's not fear-mongering. That's science. But that's just the beginning. What's really happening inside your brain while you scroll? Because trust me, it's not what you think. Studies show that too much screen time literally reshapes your brain. It shortens your attention span, weakens impulse control, and dulls your focus. Kids who exceed healthy screen limits often score lower on memory and attention tests. And one Australian study found that just 3 minutes on a smartphone changes your mood, your energy, your focus. 3 minutes. We think scrolling helps us relax, but it's more like sipping salt water when you're thirsty. You think it's helping until you realize it's only making things worse. Because what if I told you the very thing you use to unwind is the reason you can't actually relax anymore? Sarah, 28, a designer, once told me, "My phone's how I decompress. It's my safe space." But months later, she couldn't sleep, couldn't focus, couldn't stop feeling low. Turns out, people who spend more than 6 hours a day on screens are way more likely to experience anxiety and depression. And it's not just the time, it's the content. Every perfect photo, every flawless body, every success story, it all trains your brain to whisper, "You're behind. You're not enough." And adults aren't immune either. We tell ourselves we're just checking emails, but half the time we're scrolling through other people's highlight reels, comparing our real life to their best day ever. Now imagine your sleep's gone, your mood's off, your brain's exhausted, all because of that one innocent scroll before bed. Let's talk about what screens do to your sleep, because that's where it gets scary. Jake, a college student I worked with, used to fall asleep to YouTube every night. He'd say, "It helps me zone out." Except he wasn't zoning out, he was burning out. He started lying awake for hours. His brain wouldn't shut down. Norwegian researchers found that every extra hour of screen time before bed increases your risk of insomnia by nearly 60%. Why? Because that blue light kills melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain, "Hey, it's time to rest." Students who quit screens an hour before bed, their insomnia risk dropped by a quarter. Sleep is the foundation of your mood, your focus, your mental health. But here's the plot twist. Screens don't just mess with your sleep. They can literally lower your ability to think clearly. Teens today spend an average of 5.5 hours a day on screen entertainment. Some up to 8. And here's what happens. Attention fades, memory drops, motivation disappears. Mike, 19, told me once, "When I'm off the game, everything feels boring." That's dopamine burnout. Your brain gets so used to the instant hits of pleasure, it forgets how to feel joy from real life. But here's the twist. The same tech that's draining us can actually help us, if we use it right. Technology isn't the villain, it's the relationship we have with it. Screens can educate, connect, inspire, if we set boundaries. For kids 2 to 5, 1 hour a day. For everyone else, it's not about strict numbers, it's about balance. Emma, one of my clients, made one tiny change. No phone for the first hour after waking up. A week later, she told me, "I didn't realize how much peace I was giving away every morning." So here's the question. How do you take your power back from something designed to steal your attention? Start small. 1 hour a day. No screens. Go for a walk, read, cook, stretch, breathe. Try this rule. After 8 p.m., no screens. Turn that time into a ritual. Music, tea, a real conversation. Or go bold. Pick one day a week for a digital detox. Call it your offline Sunday. Because screens aren't the real enemy, disconnection is. You get to decide who's in control, you or your phone. So tonight, try it. Put the screen down. Let your mind catch its breath. Tomorrow might just feel like your life is finally back in your hands.